Knicks fans, welcome to another episode of Delusional Knicks Fan Network, where we bring you that Knicks content that you need. Overtime thriller went down to the wire. Knicks could not make free throws, and we lose. We lose to a division team, a conference team. We lose to a team that can matter in standings later on for the playoffs, the Toronto Raptors. This one stings, primarily because we were leading for most of the game. It was still close. It was a tight game. I felt entertained. I thought this win would have would have been another notch on the Knicks' belt as far as you know being able to prevail from a tight, close playoff game. It was a battle. It was a hard officiating game. It was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of emotions in this game. But Toronto gave us fits, and it's due to their lineup. Their lineup literally gave my Knicks fits as far as the length and having Scotty Barnes being the not necessarily primary facilitator, but he initiated the offense, which caused a lot of back movements and screens, and then the Knicks were double teaming him because he had the ball. And he was able to kind of pass it out, and then Fred VanVleet literally took it to our guy, Jalen Brunson. He took it to him. That point guard battle was phenomenal. But Fred VanVleet got the most out of Brunson tonight. Granted, the Knicks did play a back to back. This is a second game in a row. They had a game yesterday, which we won against Detroit, which we should have, won flat out and gave the team minutes to rest. But a lot of our key players played big minutes in that game. And then for them to have a quick turnaround and have an early game, just as much as they had an early game yesterday, to come right back and to play an overtime game at that. These guys were burnt. From my perspective, they were burnt. Which is why we need to start utilizing the bench. I know Tibbs want to tighten it up, 9-man rotation. I believe we need to, incorporate a 10-man rotation on a back-to-back like this. Give whether it's Fournier, but it's somebody. I don't mind. That should have been implemented with these guys playing all these minutes. These guys are burnt. Coming into overtime, I've played in games of where I start off hot and I'm feeling good, the jump shot is flowing, but then of course we go into overtime and my body's beat, and then you have to try to force the issue. You start, shooting with your arms, or like all your shots is off because you're trying to put legs into your shot and you're adding more to it. So these guys were burnt. Let's look at the minutes distribution for tonight. For obviously they went into overtime, so you have the initial 48 minutes plus the 5 for the overtime. So RJ, you damn near that's 50 minutes. Brunson 42, Mitch 36, Brunson 43, Grimes 39, Quick 21, Isaiah 15, Miles 6 and 11. So the 15, 6 and 11 and 21 are the bench minutes. So quickly around the 21, like I stated, Quick should be getting 30 minutes, which can take some pressure off because Quick is giving you the production. But we're bringing in Quick in to relieve Grimes sometimes or to relieve RJ. So look at much minutes distribution. So Quick literally bench 3 players. He's going to sit Brunson, he's going to sit RJ, and he's going to sit Quentin or play with Quentin. So that's how his minutes distribution is getting that high. Um, Hartenstein is only getting Mitch leftovers, which is fine. But then it gets to the point where from your small forward, secondary additional 2 guard spot, you need someone. McBride 6 minutes. That's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. I believe he should have either in that Detroit game played a little bit more so then that Brunson could have been more fresh of this game. Because that last 3-pointer for Brunson, for me, was not doing it. He should have attacked the paint. You're 50% from the season, like from the free throw extended. So attack that. You want to stop and pull up for three. That's not your game, Papa. That is not your game. But since we're here, RJ did have 32 on a 43% shooting. Early on, his shots were not falling. As we progressed, it got to it, but at least he was hitting the free throw. Julius had a bad game. I believe it's due to back-to-back early starts, kind of fatigue. So I chalked this game up to fatigue, which is why that shot was not there at all. Mitch going 5 for 8. Forgive me, but I need to be more. And he missed a free throw down at the end, which would have helped us out, but we understand that's not Mitch's game as of yet. A uncharacteristic 37% from Jalen Brunson and 33 from three. Like I said, this is a back-to-back game. Fatigue played a role from my perspective. You go 2 for 4, 50% run the line when you was 100% for these last couple games. For you to have 26. One thing, the Knicks definitely fouled a lot. Literally everybody that played had over 2 fouls. Nobody fouled out, but we were darn close to fouling out. So that played a role. I believe we had more field goal made than the Toronto Raptors. We had a better field goal percentage, but Toronto went to the line way too many times. That ultimately cost us the game. Was our defense, and ultimately the offense down at the end was the shooting. I'm not going to sit and bash our team, even though this was a game we should have won. This is, giving Toronto momentum, which they do not need. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Toronto is 20-24. My Knicks are 25-20. Forgive me, but 25-19 was looking so much better than 25-20. All right. But that loss still keep us in the mix at 6th place because Indy kind of been falling off. But look who's on our tail. Miami Heat, guys. I told you, Heat is going to get it rolling soon. Indy is on a 4-game losing streak. Even though Miami lost their last game, we lost our game. So we don't have a margin for error, guys. We need to continue to push. And that's because our schedule do not get easier leading into the All-Star break. I'm going to bring that up. So we have the Wizards again. Bradley Beal is out, hopefully. Let's get that done, even though we made that a semi-close game. Then we have the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks are not playing well. They're having issues with their team and management, but they're still a threat. They're definitely still a threat. Even though during the regular season, the Knicks have a better record against the Hawks, I still don't want to take that chance. And then on Sunday, we will be in Toronto playing these Raptors. So I believe right now, I want to say the series, no, Toronto is leading the series because we lost to Toronto. Toronto ended our win streak. We won the game to revenge it. We lost this one. Then I think we play the Raptors again. So we got to finish that off. Then, of course, the Cavs. And then we have Boston coming up. But during this January to February month, we're playing a lot of playoff teams, guys. A lot. So next month is going to determine our seeding before we go into All-Star break, which my team so desperately need some time off. We do. And the crazy thing is people talking about trades. If we do make a trade, right? Let's just say we make a trade. Who's to say Tibbs is going to play this player? What significant role will this player that we bring in do? And I only say that is because let's bring up the stats and all of that. Barrett is going to play 38 to 40 minutes a game, even more. Julius is going to play 39 to 42 minutes per game. Mitch now is going to give you at least 30 to 35 minutes a game. Brunson is going to play 40 minutes per game. Quentin on certain nights will average, I want to say 32 to, depending on how he's playing, 32 to 38 minutes a game. Quick has been averaging 25 to 30 since the switch and only going to 9. Hartenstein has been around 10 to 15. Deuce has been 6. Opie's been 10. Right? So if you trade Opie, okay, so that's 11 minutes where somebody could play. Who else are you trading? It's going to be bench players, so it's not like you can add something. You subtracting from that lineup that I said that I'll add additional time. Just 11 minutes. Where would this player play that will make a difference? I don't know. Because it's not like Tibbs is going to shorten Brunson, Grimes, Julius, and Barrett's minutes. That's your lineup right there. These dudes are going to play those high bulk minutes. You gotta balance it out. Regardless if these guys are hot or whatever the case is, they need time to rest and get some breather, man. Breather. So on a positive note, I guess, Julius Randle has passed Bernard King with 5,458 points. Then, of course, we're going to include his points for tonight for the 25th Knicks all-time scoring list with 5,000. That's actually phenomenal. He's been with us for how many years now? I don't know, 4 years. 5,000 points. Kudos to Julius. Julius could potentially, if he stays as long as his contract, can be top 10 in Knicks history in scoring, which would be awesome for him. Just passing Bernard King, 30-30 right there alone. It's phenomenal. I'm on the Julius train going forward because he's here and we're winning, and I appreciate that. Even though that emotions that he was showcasing today was crazy. Could almost got us a tech, so thank you, ref, for not pulling that whistle. But it's a quick video. Definitely look forward to Wednesday playing the Wizards again. I might do a live stream. I'm going to start dibble-dabbling in live streams where I can interact with my fans, the crew, fellow Knicks lovers. So, on that note, deuces.
You gon' do it if I say so. I'ma do it for the pesos. I fell in love with the bass load. I fell in love with the